Los Angeles, California. South Central District, July 18, 1972. Tuesday afternoon, a small private gym on a side street. No sign outside, no advertising, just a steel door with a buzzer and a security camera. This is Muhammad Ali's private training facility. Not the public gym where press conferences happen. Not the famous Fifth Street gym in Miami. This is where Ali goes when he wants to train without cameras, without reporters, without the world watching. Inside, the gym is simple. One boxing ring in the center, heavy bags along the walls, speed bags, double-end bags, a small office in the corner, concrete floor, high ceiling, fluorescent lights. The air smells like leather and sweat. This is a working gym, no luxury, just equipment and space. Muhammad Ali is in the ring, 30 years old, 6'3", 210 pounds, heavyweight champion of the world. He is wearing grey sweatpants, white t-shirt, no gloves yet, just moving, showing footwork, dancing, the movement that made him famous, float like a butterfly. He is demonstrating to Bruce Lee, who is standing at ringside watching. Bruce Lee is 31 years old, 5'7", 140 pounds. He is wearing black training pants and a white t-shirt. He has been in Los Angeles for 3 years now, building his career, teaching martial arts, working in Hollywood. Ali invited him here today, called him yesterday, said, "Come to my gym, I want to show you something. We can talk about movement, about fighting, about philosophy." Bruce accepted immediately. They have been here for 20 minutes, just talking. The Ali showing Bruce how he creates angles with his footwork, how he makes opponents miss by inches. Bruce showing Ali how Wing Chun uses centerline theory, how economy of motion creates speed. They are comparing systems, not competing, collaborating. Two masters of movement learning from each other. Angelo Dundee is also here. Ali's longtime trainer, 51 years old, wearing a tracksuit. He is at the equipment table wrapping Ali's hands, getting ready for the heavy bag work that will come after this conversation. Angelo has been with Ali for years, through the title wins, through the draft resistance, through the exile and the comeback. This is family. The gym door is locked. Security protocol. Ali has received death threats for years, since he refused military induction in 1967, since he said, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," since he became the most famous black man in America who refused to go to Vietnam. The threats are constant. Letters, phone calls, people saying he is a traitor, a coward, a disgrace. People saying he should die. Most are just words, empty threats from angry people who will never act, but some are real. The FBI has a file. Ali has security. This gym is private specifically to avoid situations where someone could get close. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like the video, and comment. More true Bruce Lee stories are coming, but someone got close today. The door opens. Nobody hears the buzzer. Nobody approved entry, but the door opens and a man walks in. White man, 30s, average height, average build, wearing jeans, dark jacket, baseball cap pulled low. He does not look threatening, does not look dangerous, just looks like someone who walked into the wrong place. Angelo sees him first, turns from the equipment table. Gym is closed today, private session. The man does not respond, does not stop walking, just keeps moving toward the ring. His right hand is in his jacket pocket. Something about the way he moves makes Bruce turn and look. Something is wrong. Bruce has trained to read body language for 25 years. This man's shoulders are tense. His breathing is shallow. His eyes are fixed on Ali. Only Ali, not looking at anything else. Not looking at Angelo, not looking at Bruce. Just Ali. Angelo steps away from the equipment table, moves toward the man, says louder, "Sir, you need to leave. This is a private facility." The man stops walking, 25 feet from the ring, 15 feet from Angelo, 10 feet from Bruce. His right hand is still in his jacket pocket. He pulls it out. There is a gun, black revolver, looks like a .38, snub nose, 5 or 6 rounds. His hand is shaking slightly, not from fear, from adrenaline, from the decision he has already made. He points the gun at Muhammad Ali, says loud enough for everyone in the gym to hear, "Muhammad Ali, you are a traitor to America. You refused the draft. You disrespect this country. You disrespect the men who died in Vietnam. You deserve to die for what you have done." The gym goes silent. Angelo freezes, mid-step, hands half raised. Ali is in the ring. He has stopped moving, stopped demonstrating footwork, standing still, looking at the gun. His face shows recognition. Not the first time someone has pointed a weapon at him. Not the first time someone has called him a traitor. But maybe the first time it has happened like this. Close, private, no security, no crowd, just him, and a man who wants him dead. Bruce is 8 feet from the man with the gun, standing at ringside, between the gunman and Ali, but the gunman is not looking at Bruce, does not see Bruce as a threat, focused entirely on Ali. His finger is on the trigger. Safety is off. Bruce can see the hammer position. This is not for show. This is loaded, ready. The man's hand is shaking, but the gun is pointed center mass at Ali's chest. From 20 feet away, even an amateur can make that shot. Angelo says carefully, "Take it easy. Put the gun down. Let us talk about this." The gunman does not look at Angelo, says, "There is nothing to talk about. He made his choice. Now he pays for it." Ali says from the ring, voice calm, "What is your name?" The gunman says, "My name does not matter. My brother died in Da Nang. He died fighting for this country, while you sat at home saying you would not fight. You are a coward. You are a disgrace. And I am going to make sure you do not get away with it." Subscribe. Turn on notifications, like the video, and comment. More true Bruce Lee stories are coming. Bruce is watching. Not the gun. The man, reading him. The gunman is not trained. His stance is wrong. Weight too far forward. Grip too tight. Shaking. This is not a professional. This is someone who bought a gun and decided to use it. But amateur or not, the gun will fire, the bullet will travel, and from 20 feet, the bullet will hit Ali. Bruce calculates. If he moves toward the gunman will see the movement, will turn, will fire, might hit Bruce, might hit Ali, anyway, might hit Angelo, cannot charge, cannot attack from this angle. Bruce's eyes track the gunman's body, looking for tells, looking for the moment before the shot, the moment when decision becomes action. Muscles tense before movement, breathing changes before firing. Bruce has 2 seconds, maybe less. The gunman's finger is tightening on the trigger, jaw clenching, shoulders raising. This is happening now. Bruce moves, not toward the gunman, toward the equipment table. 1 step, fast. His right hand grabs a speed bag platform stand, metal pole, 4 feet long, heavy base. He lifts it, spins, throws, all in one motion. Less than 1 second, the metal stand flies through the air, not at the gunman's body, at the gun, at the hand. The stand hits the gunman's right wrist. Just as the trigger is pulled, the impact shifts the barrel. The gun fires. The sound is deafening in the small gym. The bullet does not hit Ali, does not hit anyone, hits the ceiling. Concrete dust falls. The gunman stumbles. The impact hurt. Wrist may be broken. Gun still in his hand, but barrel is down. Pointing at the floor, Bruce is already moving, closing the distance. 8 feet in 2 steps. Reaches the gunman as the gunman is trying to raise the gun again. Bruce's left hand grabs the gunman's right wrist, thumb pressing into the nerve cluster on the inside of the wrist. The hand opens involuntarily. Gun falls. Bruce's right hand strikes the gunman's solar plexus. Not hard, just enough. The gunman doubles over, cannot breathe. Bruce sweeps his legs. Gunman goes down, face first. Hands instinctively try to catch the fall. Bruce's knee is on his back, pinning him. The gun is on the floor 3 feet away. Angelo runs over, kicks the gun further away, picks it up, hands shaking. The whole thing took 2 seconds, from the throw to the pin. Ali is still standing in the ring, unmoving, processing what just happened. Bruce says to Angelo, "Call the police." Now Angelo runs to the office, picks up the phone, dials. Bruce looks at the gunman, says, "Do not move. If you move, I will hurt you." The gunman is not moving, cannot breathe properly. Solar plexus is still spasming. He is crying, not from pain, from failure, from the realization that he came here to kill Muhammad Ali, and now he is face down on a gym floor with a knee in his back. Ali climbs out of the ring, walks over slowly, looks down at the gunman, says, "What is your name?" The gunman does not answer. Ali says again, "I asked you a question. What is your name?" The gunman says through tears, David Freeman." Ali says, "David Freeman, your brother died in Vietnam. I am sorry for your loss. I am sorry for what happened to him, but killing me would not bring him back. It would just make you a murderer, and your brother would not want that." David Freeman says nothing, just cries. Ali looks at Bruce, says, "You just saved my life." Bruce says, "The stand saved your life. I just threw it." Ali says, "How did you know?" Bruce says, "I watched his body, saw the tension, saw the moment before he fired, had to disrupt the shot without getting close enough for him to turn the gun on me." Ali shakes his head, says, 2 seconds, you had 2 seconds. Bruce says, 2 seconds is a long time if you know what to look for. The police arrive within 5 minutes. Left 4 officers. They secure the scene, take David Freeman into custody, take statements from Ali, Bruce and Angelo, collect the gun, collect the metal stand. Bruce photograph the bullet hole in the ceiling. One officer says to Ali, "You are lucky, mister. Lee was here." Ali says, "Lek had nothing to do with it." The story does not hit the newspapers. Not that day, not that week, not ever publicly. The LAPD contacts the FBI. The FBI takes over the investigation. David Freeman is held without bail, questioned for 3 days. Federal agents, not local police. And what David Freeman tells them changes everything. David Freeman is not working alone. He is part of a group. 7 men, all veterans, all angry about the war, all angry about Ali, all angry about black athletes who protested. Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tommy Smith, John Carlos. Athletes who used their platform to speak against Vietnam, against racism, against the government. The group had a list, a plan. Assassinate the most visible protesters, make it look like random violence. No connection between the targets, just isolated incidents. Ali was first on the list because he was the most famous, the most symbolic. The FBI moves fast, arrests the other 6 men within 48 hours, raids, coordinated, multiple cities. They find weapons, plans, surveillance photos of Ali's home, photos of Kareem's home. The conspiracy is real, organized, funded by someone with resources. The FBI never releases who funded it, never releases the full list of targets, never releases the complete details of the plan. Classified, national security, too inflammatory, too dangerous. Bruce gives his statement to federal agents, tells them everything. The gym, the gun, the 2 seconds. They ask him not to speak publicly about it. Tell him that releasing this story could inspire copycats, could create riots, could destabilize the country at a time when racial tensions are already at a breaking point. Bruce agrees, says nothing publicly, not in interviews, not in his writings. Linda knows, a few close friends know, but the world does not know. Muhammad Ali knows. He calls Bruce 3 days later, says, "They told me not to talk about what happened, said it is classified, said it could cause problems if people knew how close it was." Bruce says, "I understand." Ali says, "But I want you to know something. What you did. That was not just saving my life. That was saving a lot of lives. If I had died that day, if that man had succeeded, the streets would have burned. People would have rioted. Blood would have been spilled. You stopped that. You stopped all of that. And I will never forget it." Bruce says, You would have done the same. Ali laughs. The says, maybe, but I did not have to. You were there. You were ready. You saw what I did not see. That is why you are the greatest martial artist alive. Not because you can fight, because you can see. Years later, after Bruce's death in 1973, after Ali's retirement, after the Vietnam War ends, some details leak, not the full story. Just fragments. A journalist finds court records, sealed but accessible through Freedom of Information requests. Writes an article about a thwarted assassination plot in 1972. Names Muhammad Ali as a target. Does not name Bruce Lee. Does not mention the gym. Does not mention the 2 seconds. Just says, an unnamed martial artist intervened. The article gets buried. Runs in a small publication. Nobody notices. But the people who were there know. Angelo Dundee tells the story once, privately, to a documentary filmmaker in the 1990s, off camera, says, Bruce Lee saved Ali's life, saved it in 2 seconds with a piece of gym equipment and reflexes I have never seen before or since. That story should be known, but it never will be, because the truth about how close we came to losing Ali that day would break people's hearts. 2 seconds, 1 gym, 1 assassin, 1 martial artist who saw the moment before it happened and acted without hesitation. Muhammad Ali lived another 44 years, won more fights, became a global icon, lit the Olympic torch in 1996, became a symbol of courage and conviction, and every year on July 18th, until his death in 2016, Ali would call someone from his family and say, today is the day Bruce Lee saved my life. The story stays classified. The FBI files remain sealed. The conspiracy is never fully explained. But somewhere in a federal archive, there is a report, a classified report, that describes how a 140-pound martial artist stopped an assassination with a speed bag stand and 2 seconds of perfect timing, and how that action prevented riots that would have burned America down. Subscribe, enable notifications, like the video, and comment below which Bruce Lee moment surprised you most.